Hello everybody, and welcome back. So, it has basically been 8 hours, and very slowly, you are all beginning to rouse.
So do we heal all the way and?
Yes, you all have an undisturbed sleep. So everybody may restore to full HP. You may all have full spell slots and everything, and like basically everything that recharges on a rest recharges. Everybody loses 1 fatigue, except for those of you who were unconscious. You do not lose a fatigue. Simply due to the fact that you did not eat.
Wait, did they recover spell slots?
Yeah, you recover all your spell slots as usual. As usual, if you take a long rest.
Cool.
Yeah, as you do so, basically, like the fire is dying, unless you want to stoke it.
Well, we're not going to be sticking around. I don't think.
I think I've had enough for fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's leave.
Oh, there we are.
Is the girl woken up?
Yes, as you mentioned. So, yes, you all. Actually, in fact, all of you begin to rouse before she does. She is still unconscious while the rest of you are rousing. So, roleplay amongst yourselves is how things happen.
Actually, can I light a torch as well? Because it's kind of getting dark.
I'm just gonna
go. Is that the first thing you're gonna do after you wake up?
No, not really.
Yeah. Okay. Oh god. Wait. We're not. How long's it been?
About good. 8 hours.
You're up again. Good.
How on earth were you two okay?
Look, you know,
Grim, you were right next to the thing.
Yeah.
I'm a tough guy. I can handle a fireball. And as for Arya, that's probably
I'm
better
not
to ask Fee.
Exactly sure what happened, if I'm honest.
I'm just gonna like look very confusedly at Arya and then just sort of like shake my head and be like, I knew you'd be okay.
Just give her a look like, what? What is happening?
Yeah, you remember the vision that you had, but it's all very fuzzy in your head.
Do you remember V?
Not much.
Don't remember shooting giant beams of light and that's yeah, you know what, this
It's more like an orb of light than a beam.
Orb of light.
No, I remember a voice. And I think you guys. I don't know much else.
Well, I'm not sure about the rest of you, but maybe I don't particularly want to spend much longer in here.
I mean, there is also a small situation.
I go over and grab the dagger.
Cool.
What situation?
Well, we found the dagger with. We found the wraith glass in the form of a dagger.
Okay.
Can I relay all the stuff about the dagger vision and the note I found?
Yeah.
And the tree lady.
And the tree lady, yeah. And I'm gonna say, V, you
Really?
might want to. There's a tree with a lady figure in it over here.
As soon as it's pointed out to you, it's immediately obvious. Before anything happens, I'd just like to intercede as well. V, now that you're conscious, you feel like
Jeff?
you feel exhausted. It feels like you've almost like you've aged 10 years, but you haven't changed. And you feel a sense of closeness with Arya that you've never felt before, and Arya, it feels reciprocated.
Friends.
If you had to take a guess, it feels like you sacrificed something to save Arya.
What?
What that is, you don't know.
Great.
Okay, well, I suppose I'm gonna stumble over to the tree.
Can I like help her over there?
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah, same.
You're
lend her a
you're
hand.
very shaky.
Yeah, seeing if she walks shakily, then I'm doing the same.
Well, to be fair, you're also still fatigued, Vondal.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not
but not as
yeah.
fatigued as I am.
Yeah,
A, not as
that is
fatigued
true.
as V.
V is reduced to 15 feet of movement.
Yeah, V's actually having trouble walking. I just having trouble doing fairly strenuous activities.
I'm just I'm behind Vondal, I guess.
I'll just stick around Blair.
The woman,
Yeah.
whatever it is.
V, you examine this tree. You've never seen this before. You have no idea who this is. But you have a niggling feeling in the back of your mind that this is familiar. She's still in the same pose you saw her, Arya,
yeah.
with the arms crossed, looking pleading at you.
I don't know why she's looking at me like that. Her position changed as soon as I withdrew the dagger from her. I don't know if there's something I need to do to heal her.
Can I sort of lay my hands on hers and be like, you know, in, I guess, tree speak, what can we do to help you?
It comes out as Sylvan, but in the in essence, it's not so much the words as the psychic intent. Once more, same when you talk to animals. Instead of receiving words back, you receive almost like flashes of images. In your mind's eye, you see basically a figure that's beginning to become a recurring theme, a man in a skull mask wielding a dagger. There's the sensation of pain, and then like almost like a creeping sensation in your skin. And one thought fills your mind, and that is just cursed.
Oh boy. I guess I sort of turn to yours and I go, the Scald Man put the dagger here. Is this place cursed?
Again, flashes of images, people you recognize as friends, family, almost as if they have a dark cloud obscuring them.
This is not yet over until something is done about that man. I don't think.
Remembering back to what Zale said, you feel like you've done something by removing the source, and the sooner you can destroy it, the better. But nothing will. You feel like it's nothing will improve until it's cured. How to do that in this tree, you have no idea.
If it is it, wait, so it's a curse?
I think so. Maybe.
Ferrous, will remove curse work? That spell that I have.
That spell.
You can try it.
I'm
Pretty sure
gonna
we-
say the answer is probably.
I
Actually,
remember
the
correctly,
answer
so we
is
can-
no, I can't try it because it's not a ritual spell and I don't have it prepped.
Ah,
Rip.
God damn it.
I'm pretty sure as well. You know that remove curse only works on a single individual or item, so the chances of it curing the whole thing from one source is unlikely. It might work on an individual, but you'd have to test that.
Hmm.
I'm gonna say that to V. And I guess the rest of the party.
V, roll me an Arcana check with advantage. Okay.
Also, advantage, I'm pretty sure would make that normal right now. Just saying, because I'm very
Oh,
tired.
yeah.
Oh, also, I'm rolling with myself. Fuck.
You... Something tells you that won't work for the Grove. You because of the innate relationships of dryads and their host trees, the casting it on a dryad wouldn't heal the dryad. Casting it on the tree would also not solve the whole problem. You'd need far more, much like Zell said, when in order to cure the man, he needs a more powerful cleric. You'd need somebody with more powerful nature magic to even try and fix this. One thing does, like, sort of, something at the back of your mind says that it might work for Niamh. At which point you suddenly remember that Niamh has been outside for 8 hours and nobody told her anything.
Oh god.
Oh boy.
So we couldn't really
I turn
go
around
at
and can I be like, has anyone contacted Niamh?
I'm afraid we weren't in any position to leave you guys here.
Well, then we should go now.
Well, and I turn back to Lyra. I say, as you can see, there's a bit of an issue with the other
Who is
that?
birds at our party.
Can we examine her? Or like
Yeah.
look at her?
Roll me religion checks.
Disadvantage? Oh, oops, I accidentally rolled perception. Hold on. Ignore that. It's fine, it's natural one anyway.
Oh my god, about her.
Religion. Oh my god.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
God.
To Vondal and V, she looks like an angel.
Oh, what? It's a 15, man.
It's a pretty high DC, I'm telling you that much now.
Yeah, I rolled like
God
a
damn it.
14 or something.
Look, Clarence rolled a 20 and it wasn't good enough.
I wish I had. Are you sure I don't have advantage?
No, you don't.
I mean, Kelariis rolled a natural 20, so we're fine.
Yeah, we're fine.
Well,
Oh.
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 Oh dear.
Oh.
Oh
Oh
my.
my.
Oh my.
Darling.
I mean, Kelariis will probably blink in slight confusion for a moment and just kind of say, "She looks like Melora."
Oh, for fuck's sake! I knew that was from the very first moment. I was like, "This is fucking Melora." I picked up a god, and I have been
Look
in a
at Arya. How
spiritual
the fuck?
connection with
You
this
don't know that
deity
for sure just yet.
the entire goddamn time.
I just like look at. I was looking at Melora. Look at Kelariis. Look at Melora. Look at Kelariis. Then just go. Are you certain?
No, not really.
No, but she looks like everything I've ever heard of.
No, my lord. God fucking damn.
Damn.
That's
Believe it.
amazing.
I mean, she looks like everything I've ever heard in terms of description, but
wow.
Yeah, the wild hair, the look, the war paint, the attitude, like just the way she
The
looks.
attitude.
Can we rouse her?
You can
I feel
try.
like I feel like it's. I mean, I'm more asking this in character because he's going to follow up by saying, I feel like it's rude to just like wake her up suddenly.
I mean, she's been out for as long as you guys have.
should we just
Where did she
carry
come
her
from?
out?
She came from Lyra. Lyra turned into her when the flames hit her.
Yeah.
Right before I blacked
try,
out,
like,
I saw her.
The really gentle ways of waking someone up.
Yeah, you nudge her gently, and so she begins to stir.
And I guess when she wakes up, I'm just going to go, are you okay?
she looks at all of you, says a few words that none of you can understand, looks at all of you, and then in fluent common says, "Yes, I think so, thank you."
Come on, that's a relief.
Arya's just like,
Yeah, I
what
know.
the fuck?
Where's my wolf?
Where's
Yeah.
my wolf friend?
Don't mean to be rude, but who are you?
She looks at all of you before finally coming to a rest on Arya and says, "You would refer to me as Lyra."
What would you refer to yourself as?
I have many names, but
God damn it.
I guess the closest thing that would come to a language you can understand is San.
San.
San?
But Lyra's a wolf.
Yeah.
Do you say that out loud?
Yes.
Yeah. She says, "Well, in essence, I am." She looks down and sort of like indicates herself and says, "This is merely my spirit."
What?
I-
I'm so out of my depth here.
My body, the form you knew as Lyra, is it was destroyed by the flames. I am no longer capable of holding that shape without your assistance.
Wow.
My wolf is dead.
Just
But her
a
spirit is stood in
physical
front of
body.
you.
Yeah.
This is so weird.
How did you?
Roll me a charisma save, Arya.
Oh.
Just gonna start sobbing. Oh no, it's fine.
You begin to sort of like tear up, but you sort of choke it back before you speak.
How did you come to be in this form? How is this possible?
It is the form I chose.
How? What? How can you choose your own form?
Magic.
Well, no shit.
Sorry.
I am in essence what you might call a demigod.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Fuck.
Demigod of the wind and sea, hero of man.
Shut up, cat.
No.
She's
Sorry.
probably like fucking Melora's daughter.
Won't know unless you question that.
Do you know what deity is your parent?
I am the third daughter of Melora.
Yeah!
Shit.
I can't believe I adopted a daughter of Melora.
You adopted
She
a
adopted you.
Well, we adopted each other. It was a mutual adoption.
A mutual adoption.
Adoption.
This is amazing.
Arya just doesn't know how to handle this information. Because, I mean, she follows the, like, Melora. Oh my god, Jayla, I didn't realize that you're right.
Sorry.
I can't believe this is all a big Princess Mononoke reference.
I don't know if that was intentional at all, but
Yes.
I hope it was.
I am
Okay.
aware. I am aware that San is Japanese for 3.
I fucking love Princess Mononoke, so this is great.
I just can't
Anyway.
say, why would you choose to be a wolf and a companion of a ranger?
What better way is there to be closer to nature?
Vondal's gonna do that nod, as in like, you know, the kind of, you know, fair enough. He still looks confused as all hell.
I honor my mother's wishes to protect and honor the laws of nature, and what better form to do that in than a beast of the forest itself?
So, are you like this forever now?
No, only temporarily, and I won't be able to sustain this very long outside of this place.
How do we restore you then?
There are means. She turns to Arya and says, the magic you have access to, there is a ritual that you can perform if you can gather the necessary ingredients that will allow me to return to a material body.
What do you need?
That is in the Player's Handbook for Ranger, which it's in the Unearthed Arcana.
Wow, that's role breaking.
That was
now.
GM voice.
Oh my god, that was super funny. That was like, it was like such deep roleplay. And it
Yeah.
was fucking,
And then all of a sudden Deadpool shows up, shattering that fourth wall.
Sorry, I'm still trying to
This has
comprehend
been
the fact.
such a fucking weird session.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, San explains basically a ritual to you that you're sort of like vaguely familiar with, like you understand how to do half the steps that she tells you, and it basically in game terms it's you need 8 hours of uninterrupted work and 25 gold worth of rare herbs and foods, and you can basically resummon her spirit and then bind her to a body.
Right.
Yeah, and she basically goes on to explain to you that I can. The form that you have seen is not my only form. I'm capable of taking the form of many beasts, although my preferred is that of the wolf.
I'm sorry, out of character. Are we sure she isn't Maui?
No, she's San. She's
Yeah,
Princess
San.
Mononoke, duh.
Yeah.
Anyway, I mean, of course we'll help you out. Trying to get over the fact that my spiritual bond is with a demigod.
Mhm.
But that's fine. Did you say what we needed to find?
You need 8 hours uninterrupted work and 25 gold's worth of herbs and food that she basically details to you, but for game purposes doesn't really need detailing.
Okay. How long can you hold this for?
Once we leave this place of power, only a few minutes.
So you'll need to stay here.
No. Once my energy is dispersed, I can be summoned from anywhere. I merely become temporarily one with the universe, rather than having a physical form.
What the fuck?
Holy fuck.
Okay. Cool.
Arya's like, alright, whatevs.
How to deal with this
Well,
emotionally.
she is a deity. Like if she, as long as you're still alive, even if she ceases to exist in a physical and spiritual sense, she will still exist as long as you believe in her, inverted commas.
Believe.
I've got a
I
body.
need the hug.
Arya needs therapy.
Through the power of belief.
Just give San a hug.
Goddamn.
I mean, Arya's not really sure if like that's chill anymore. she's going. She's like realizing that her faithful companion all this time has been a powerful like demigod, and she's like, oh my gosh.
There's no harm in asking.
Well, she isn't really a powerful demigod because she cannot sustain herself in this plane without taking the mortal form of a simple beast like a wolf. She's not an all-powerful deity. She is a demigod.
Yeah, but I mean, it's
actually from lore purposes as well. Melora, you know, basically, she takes in her sort of like roaming of the forest and protecting it. She takes many consorts and has had many children with the many consorts. Like she is the patron icon of polyamory, basically.
wow.
Yeah, she has many consorts and many children with her many consorts, and San is but one of them, presumably from a Wood Elf descendant.
Also, third. So she's... Holy shit, how old does that make her?
Quite old. Although she is essentially timeless because of her spiritual nature. Her physical form will age, but her spiritual form will not.
Not to interrupt anything, but I kind of want to get back to Niamh.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I think we should head out.
Well, it's been a pleasure.
There are many
He's gonna
things
like
I would...
awkwardly kind of half bow, still really confused with this entire situation.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say there are many things I would like to ask you, but we sadly don't have the time right now. So
She nods and agrees, puts one hand on your shoulder, and when she puts the one hand on your shoulder, you get the same sensation as when you and Lyra look at each other and you have the mutual understanding feeling.
mm-hmm.
She does that, and you feel the same, like you feel the same connection when her hand is on your shoulder. And she turns to V and says, "You made a great sacrifice for us, and I thank you for it."
How so?
She looks back at Arya and says, "I can feel a powerful magic, more powerful than even the bond that we share, inside her, and I know only that it came from you, and it came at great personal cost."
Arya's just like, what?
I
mean,
wish
he's
I
also
understood
very
further.
confused.
Well, I'm not sure what magic happened down here, but I feel we will find no more answers in this place.
No, certainly not.
I doubt it.
We must push on.
I doubt it as well.
Guess we'll just have to make our way out.
We have to plan our voyage after all.
Yeah, if you guys want, you can just sort of like head out of the tunnel. I won't make you walk all the way back.
Yeah, we had.
I'll deduct the
Yeah,
torch
please.
anyway, because
Cool.
logic.
Yeah. So yeah, basically after it probably takes you. It probably took you like half an hour to get in, and no, maybe a bit less than half an hour. Maybe like 20 minutes to navigate the cave the first time. It takes you more like 30-35 with these slowness and the fact that you have to climb and squeeze and many things. Those of you who are watching, by the way, San seems to sort of she does the same motions as you, but she doesn't seem to sort of obey the same rules as the rest of you do. Like she moves through the roots without like she tries to squeeze through in the tight gaps, but she just sort of like slides through as if like it doesn't necessarily impede her at all. And there are often times, Arya, where you'll sort of like you'll be aware that you're walking a couple of steps ahead of you, and then she'll be immediately right next to you without you ever hearing her catch up to you.
Okay, that's super unnerving.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to operate under the same physical restrictions as you guys.
Well, she is like a spirit
Demigod.
thing.
Yeah, she's essentially a spirit. But yeah,
I have
after
so many questions.
after a short period, you basically reach the mouth of the cave. And yeah, all of you roll me perception checks as you come out of the cave.
Niamh's just crying.
I have disadvantage.
Oh, so does Vondal.
Yeah. Arya, you hear sort of like a faint sobbing as you reach the mouth of the cave.
Oh no.
Can I look at where it's coming from?
It's coming from behind the stump where you left her.
Ah. Can I direct V over and be like, I think Niamh is there?
You could always call out to her and say, "We're back. We're not dead."
I mean, I don't want to scare her. I feel like V is the friendliest face she could see right now.
Good point.
That is a good point.
But V's face isn't exactly very energetic or happy or
Look,
any of
it's
those things.
fine.
No.
It is still.
I think we should all
friendly,
just
though.
walk up to her.
Yeah.
Oh, one thing that actually, you know what? V, roll me a perception check.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Okay. Yeah. As you walk out of the cave, you're suddenly aware that you're holding something in your hand.
What?
And you realize as you are holding hands with the tree spirit, the chain has come loose from her hand and is now in your hand. And
shit.
you're basically holding a silver chain with a amber scarab on it.
Oh shit.
And it looks like a charm, much like the ones you have on your staff.
Can I Arcana check that, even though I don't?
I mean, is that really your number one priority right now?
I don't know.
I mean, you tell me. Like, you like Arya's pointed out sort of Niamh, and then you're just sort of like, as you're about to step out, you're aware that I'm holding something.
Okay, never mind then. Niamh comes first. Fuck it, I'll look at it later.
You stick it in your pocket. Cool. Yeah.
You've noticed us at all?
She basically seems to be curled up in the undergrowth next to the stump, like sobbing softly, and it doesn't seem like she's slept at all.
Well, this is the thing. We're not exactly quiet, are we?
Mm.
So she'd probably hear us coming, I imagine, if we're not
No.
trying to be quiet. No?
No, she hasn't heard you at all.
Okay.
Can I run over to her and be like, Niamh?
Yeah.
And lay my hand on her shoulder.
Yeah, as you say her name and run over to her, she looks up, and like she looks at you, like stops crying for half a second, wells up with tears, and then just cries again and just like holds you.
Aww.
Holds back.
Is held.
No, I hold her too. You can have mutual holding.
Is that like hugging?
You engage in mutual holding.
AKA hugging. Fine.
Engage. Mutual holding systems engage.
Oh,
Sympathy deployed.
God.
Initiating comfort head scratches.
Yeah, you hold each other. What are the rest of you doing?
Can I walk up to San
Mm-hmm.
and ask her, how I will find her again once we have done the thing with the ritual?
she basically says, when you complete the ritual, basically I will be able to, I'll be able to take physical shape. Like I will be, I will basically be summoned and bound to that spot temporarily. At which point I can take my shape again and we can continue as we ever have done. She mentions that like you're the only person that can do this because we're the only people that are bonded.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I have to ask as well, when we first found you, did those wolves just take you in?
No, I was their child.
I didn't know Melora was into bestiality.
Not like that.
Wow. Fucking hell.
Well,
Judging Melora.
I mean, Arya's just like so baffled as to how like any of this works.
Don't kink shame your goddess.
Ask her how.
How did you come to be like that? Don't kink shame your goddess.
When, much like when I disperse from this place, I drift like an essence on the wind. I cannot voluntarily take a physical form unless the opportunity arises. I was merely. I merely chose a form as it was conceived, and I took my place in the world. In essence, I was born like any other wolf cub. I merely selected that life as my own.
Okay.
I feel like at this point it's best to accept.
Long story short, she wanted to be born.
Right, so she chose a form that was being born.
Yes.
And basically took over it.
No, it was created because she wanted it to be.
Right. So she was like, I need a form, and the universe was like, here you go.
Less immaculate conception, more convenient conception.
Right.
Cool.
Interesting.
That's really weird.
That is really weird.
Yeah, Arya, best to just...
You're soul-bound
accept
with a
rather than
demigod. Don't ask questions.
I mean, I have a question.
Don't question. Accept.
Yeah, you notice actually that as the sunlight sort of like reflects off Sand's skin, it begins to almost sort of like become blurry and fade. And she says, I don't have much time left.
That's fucking depressing.
That is fucking depressing. I mean...
Fear not, I will be with you always.
Christ.
Wow.
She extends one finger and says, in here, and touches your heart.
Oh, God.
E.T.
Damn.
E.T.
I guess what I was gonna go. I guess we'll see you soon. Question
We'll
mark?
see you around, finger guns.
Yeah, right?
Don't finger guns with the demigod. Yeah, I'm just gonna bow to her and be like, as soon as we can, I will do the ritual.
She smiles and laughs and sort of says, I appreciate that in this form I may look different, but we are still friends as we ever were. There is no need to bow before me.
I mean, you're the daughter of my deity. It is ingrained in me, I suppose. But yes.
It's not every day you meet a demigod.
It's not
Yeah.
every day you meet a demigod who is your soul-bound partner. That's a bit.
That's something to tell the parents.
Well, yeah.
Oh god.
so it turns out I met this demigod.
This means in Vondal's journal, written somewhere, is going to be Arya's wolf is a demigod.
Yeah.
It's like coming home with like a boyfriend, except
Yeah.
it's a wolf. It's also a superstar.
Who's also definitely.
This is my soulmate. She may look like a
we're-
wolf, but she's actually a demigod.
We're soulbound together.
That's nice, dear.
Both figuratively
Nice
and
dear.
literally.
I
Oh my god. That's so weird. Anyway,
Fridge logic thought, if Arya dies while she's in this state, San ceases to exist.
don't.
what?
Well, more reason to keep her alive.
Nope.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I mean, beyond the, general, hey,
Yeah,
let me-
I'm glad,
Not
this
dead.
isn't I'm glad this
Alive.
isn't character knowledge, because otherwise, like, if Arya does die, Vondal will just feel twice as bad. That's like 2 people dying at once, instantly.
One person, one demigod. That's fine.
A few moments pass as sort of like V and Niamh are sort of holding each other, and then eventually San sort of like begins to fade, and there's a very faint sort of like gust of wind that disperses basically almost like tiny molecules of light from San, and San fades away and disappears onto the wind.
I feel like at this point,
Oh.
Arya probably shows the most emotion any of you have ever seen on her face.
Yeah.
Because she is quite upset.
Roll me
Guys-
a charisma saving throw with disadvantage.
Oh,
Oh,
my
jeez.
god.
Nope.
Ah, there it is.
Well,
Slightly more than a single tear rolls down Arya's cheeks, even though
Yeah.
she's desperately trying not to show it.
Can I just
It's
put
okay, I'm not paying
let's
attention.
put my hand on Arya's arm, because I'm assuming that's the highest I can reach, like
Yeah.
forearm. And just say, you'll see her again.
I hope so.
Ah, come on, we've already got 2 people crying.
Don't need a third one.
we don't need a third one here.
And at that point, I would like to turn around and walk over to V and Niamh and sort of like, I guess, crouch down next. Well, I probably don't need to crouch either. I probably still will. And just like put my hand on V's shoulder, being like, "Are you 2 okay?"
Yeah, I guess I turn to Niamh and I sort of go, We've taken what is poisoning the grove. It's nothing will be cured yet, but nothing should be getting any sicker. And I guess I turn to Vondal again. Do you think maybe you can use your magic to do something with Niamh?
Can I pray to Tom and ask for assistance?
Well, you have slept, so technically you can change your spells.
Are you going to allow me to do this?
Yeah, I'll let you metagame a tiny little bit.
Okay, cool.
Yay! Yay, Metic!
I will temporarily swap something then.
Well, feel free to change your spells around as you see fit.
Okay. I don't think I want to change anything else. Actually, no, maybe I'll change this because it's like it never gets used. I'll find something to swap it with later. So I cast Remove Curse on Niamh's arm.
Okay, can you roll me what Remove Curse actually does? Yep. Okay. Yep, with that, you notice that basically the black tendrils that are running through Niamh's veins, they begin to like very sort of slowly retract. The growth shrinks slightly, but doesn't stop. It's not gone entirely. But you can safely say that the effects of it have been halted. They will not get any worse, and the effect, any effect it has on her, is now gone. But she is still suffering the physical transformative effects. Because effectively her flesh has been transmuted into the blighted material. That can't be healed by remove curse, but it will never get any worse, and it won't adversely affect her physically.
Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna say it shouldn't get worse now.
You can say for certain it won't get worse.
Yeah, it won't get worse. There you go.
Okay. Hey, also.
So yeah, essentially you are cured, but the cosmetic damage is permanent until you can find a healer that can heal it. That is beyond your current ability, Vondal.
Yeah. I guess I relay all this to V.
And I then relay all of that to Niamh. Yes.
If only I knew.
Yeah. In games mechanics terms, basically any in order to reverse the effects, you would need the same sort of level of magic power that it would take to regrow a limb, basically.
Holy shit.
Oh.
Because basically it has permanently affected her physical makeup. Like it's changed her genetics, effectively. Although you obviously have no idea that that's. So yeah, she seems glad at the idea. She's obviously still slightly sad because she knows she still can't return whilst the effects are in place. But she like the not having the looming threat of turning into a monster is certainly making her feel better, especially as all of you seem to be alive still.
Yeah, I'm gonna be sort of like, sorry we took so long. It was really dangerous in there.
Yeah, Niamh sort of looks at you and says, I thought... And then leaves her, just like her mouth just hangs open and she can't say anything else, but you know what she means.
Yeah. For a moment I thought so as well. What time is it, by the way? Like in the game.
You basically went to sleep really early, so when the 8 hours expire, it's probably like 6 AM, 7 AM in the morning.
7 AM in the morning.
Oh yeah, because we went in during the cover of the night, basically.
Well, no, you went in at the start of the afternoon, basically.
Okay.
And you took a short rest for an hour, so it was like 5 o'clock. Then you went in. You've been in there for you were in there for like half an hour. Then there was 8 hours of you sleeping, and then it was like another 45 minutes of you coming out.
That was a lot of time.
Yep.
That is a lot of time.
Yeah, give or take like a couple of hours. It's probably more like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Like the sun is just coming up above the treetops.
I guess now we have decisions to make.
Yes.
We've got Wraith Glass to deal with, we can't, I mean...
We're basically on the clock again.
Can we leave Niamh on our own? I don't know if we can.
I mean, it'd also be dangerous to take her with us.
You're now aware that you've dealt with the immediate threat, and it's a case of healing now. And you need to find somebody to heal A, Niamh, and B, the Grove.
Okay.
V, you have just a weird inkling that you might know how you can do that.
Do I?
Yep. You had a vision about it when you fell asleep one time.
Oh yeah.
You don't know what it means or how it will help, but...
Nope.
I guess I'm going to say this is a much bigger undertaking than I think we realised. It's going to be we deal with this before we head out to those other towns that we plan to visit.
The only thing I can think of is maybe send Niamh to Silverbrook.
That's what I was thinking.
It's,
She would
it
be
is
safer there.
It is the safest option.
It's
And
true.
Iloran knows Sylvan.
That is true.
And so,
Yeah.
and also, well, the Silverbrooks did say if there's any way they could help.
That is true.
Besides, I think they would also be interested in helping anyway, since they are protecting the forest.
I'm just concerned because I think I know. Well, I can probably get the help we need to properly cure this, but A, it would take time, and B, well, it would involve an outsider coming into a dryad grove.
Yeah, you're not sure people of your order are the best suited to dealing
Exactly.
with this.
That's why I'm
I
vocalizing.
mean, they don't
this.
they don't spend a lot of time healing trees.
No.
I think there were a band of people that.
Cough, druids, cough.
I think I know who could actually cure this, but I don't know how.
Well, who? We can ask them.
Lily.
How do we find a druid, though?
I mean, they did say they were going back to
To the circle.
someplace. Yes, to the circle.
But we don't know where the circle is.
No, but I'm sure that there are people that do know.
I guess
At
we
least
go back to Silverbrook and investigate.
we have to move on to the other thing first. To what was it called? Where the people were going missing,
Renshire.
Renshire.
Yeah, Renshire.
Renshire.
I feel like this is a thing where we have to deal with this before we try and take on something else.
I mean, you could quite feasibly send a message with Niamh. She may not be able to speak. She may only be able to speak to one person, but there's no reason you can't write a letter in common and give it to her to give
Yeah,
to
but I'm
someone.
just worried if she can make it from here to Silverbrook. It's
Yeah.
3 days travel.
That is a decision you have to make as a group.
Look, okay, so we can either.
Actually, it's 3
I feel
days
like-
travels with a ranger.
I feel like better safe
Hello.
than sorry. We escort even if we are taking her back to Silverbrook, we escort her back. From there,
The
I feel
thing
we
is-
can either find the druidic circle and immediately completely tie up loose ends here, or we have a message sent and then go and investigate these other towns.
The thing is, like, just going back and forth, or just like bringing her back, is like for a week delay.
That's a week of carrying, and you have no protection.
So it's, and like we have no, and even if we find that circle, we're not sure if they can help. We're not sure if they know in Silverbrook where it's from, where they are. Perhaps they know in the other.
Well,
Like, they
what we
might as
do
well
is
know
well,
where we go
we
now.
would say we can go back to some. That's the thing. If we've gone and found the circle, we can show them because we know.
V, you're just, like, the more this gets discussed, the more and more you have a nagging feeling that this is just... it's right. Like, you can't explain why you think it's right, but the vision you had in your head is really, really strong, and the words that Lily said to you before they left, where they said, it almost seems like coincidence, but there's no way it can be coincidence.
The only problem is that like we have to deal with this guy as quick as possible.
Phew, excuse me.
That
Bless you.
like the letter on the dagger was basically threatening the grove.
This is why I kind of.
Not necessarily.
Yeah,
Actually, only Grim and Arya have. No, wait.
No, we
Has it been
shared
shown
it.
to us?
yeah, I explained.
Yeah,
it.
Yeah,
yeah,
they-
I can show
there's a
you
big
the
summary.
note as well as a
Okay, cool.
Okay.
But look, I feel
I don't know.
the best solution is to tie up the problem here, so that we know it's sorted before we move on.
Like they're both problems.
They are both problems, but I feel it's better to tackle each problem one at a time, because this problem is much bigger than we thought it was. This is a much bigger problem than we thought, and we need to tackle each problem one at a time, rather than burdening ourselves with trying to solve multiple problems all at once.
Well, if only time wasn't such a factor.
Do you have anything that could make Niamh's travel faster?
Well, there is the broom.
I have the broom.
Here's the broom.
And if she flies high enough, I mean, then monsters can't really get to her.
That is true.
I mean, I guess we can direct her to Silverbrook.
Can I ask her that? Like, do you think that you could make it to a town if we give you directions?
She looks afraid when you ask, but then she looks at your companions, then she looks at you and says, I think so. You've changed since you left, but in a good way. You're stronger, and if it means helping our family, then I can be stronger too.
Yeah, and I
Give her the broom.
Oh, before we send her away.
Wait, no, she has to attune to it first. She can't leave yet.
Yeah, it only takes an hour.
Okay.
We need to write a letter.
Yeah.
Well, you have an hour to decide what to do while she attunes.
Okay.
Exactly. So we need to.
V, you can
There's
sort of
a
teach
letter
her how
you
to
can
attune
give,
to it.
preferably to one of the guards, who will then ideally take her. I don't know.
There is one important thing. They have the ability to send messages to people like far away. If you remember at the library, remember when we asked?
Mm-hmm.
What if we can get them to send us a message with the location of the Druid Circle?
Well, what I was thinking.
The thing is, the Druid Circle is in the opposite direction to the way you guys are going. It's back in the forest. You guys are leaving the forest.
Yeah. Guys, look, this is the thing. This is why I had two possible plans. It was we escort be there and we ask around in Silverbrook. First of all, can you have this wraith glass sent to the capital? Second off, how do we find the Druid Circle? We want to try and cure this grove, and we think someone there can do it. And if they don't know, then we could just, I guess it's back to the capital.
And you trust sending the
yeah, I'm not sure sending a powerful magical artifact through the postal system is a great plan.
Put it in an envelope.
Well, then that means we have to go all the way back to the capital.
Somebody else is going to have to carry that, In that
case, we're going to have to go all the way back to the capital anyway with this thing.
Or you find a way to destroy
these towns with it.
Yeah, we
know the damage this thing can cause. We can't travel around 2 towns with it. It has to go back to the capital.
But I don't feel like we can afford traveling back and forth every single time we find something.
It would literally take you 3 weeks to get to the capital.
And then, I guess we could get lucky and use the teleport to get back, but still.
We don't know that we can use that again.
Yeah,
we were lucky.
It was time we don't have.
It was hard enough to get us to use it the first time.
Get permission. We had one of these things, and Arya was nearly killed. If we start accruing multiple of these things, we could attract.
Vondal,
more
the serious nature of the thing is, we don't have time to go to the capital. It's not. I mean, we just have to suck it up and deal with it. Like, at the end of the day. Like, there's nothing we can do. It sucks, but we gotta do it.
Okay. So we take the Greysurge with us through these towns.
Yep.
Well,
No
and
other
we
way.
send Niamh back with a letter
The silver.
asking A, to provide her shelter, and to potentially contact a member of the Druid Circle to send them this way so that Niamh can take them to the Grove and potentially cure the problem.
That sounds
Yeah.
like an idea.
I think that's our best plan of action.
Right.
I just realized something.
In that case, could I start like preparing an envelope to put the letter in, which not only has, someone, like basically like a recipient that can be easily shown to a guard, but also then who it's from. It's like the envelope shows who it is for and who it's from,
Yeah.
if that's possible.
Mm.
And then start writing a letter, literally saying, we've cleared out the Jive problem. We've stopped it getting worse. It's a bigger problem than we thought. Can you provide sanctuary to Niamh and contact a member of, I can't remember what circle she was a part of.
The Druid Circle.
Circle of the Land.
Circle of the Land. And
It needs to be Lily
send-
specifically.
Yeah.
okay.
Lily is the person
That's
who
fine,
owes
Lily.
you a favour, at least.
Yeah. Can they get a message to Lily in the Circle of the Land to help Niamh cure the Grove?
Sounds like
In the meanwhile, I'll help.
And I guess I'll
Leave,
write it.
a tune.
I guess I'll probably write it in Elvish because I'm sending it to elves.
yeah. The chances are that most people will be able to read Elvish there.
Exactly. That too.
I just realized something. This note that we found, like, the
Oh, that's
the
a
grove
point.
was the
I've just realised. I was thinking that Niamh can't talk to them, but Niamh speaks Elvish.
What the fuck?
Oh.
Why
I
does
have
she
to
speak Elvish and I'm not?
Elvish.
I don't know.
Okay, so
decided
I'm the
she couldn't.
half-elf. But I don't speak Elvish. And she's a half-human, and she speaks Elvish. What the fuck?
Look. Fine.
Weird
Right.
shit happens. It's fine.
but
Homebrew. It makes total sense.
there was one important thing I wanted to point out about the note in the cave. The Grove infection began before we began exploring, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
So I don't know, but the dagger obviously got stuck in afterwards since she got in the. What's her name? Oh, I already forgot. Yeah,
Niamh.
Niamh got infected by it.
well. I mean, the dagger could easily be removed from where it was, used to hurt somebody, and put back.
Yeah.
That is true.
I mean, clearly there was monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the information that you have, you expect that somebody has seen what you have been doing. Presumably the same man that you keep bumping into in a.
Bumping into you.
Pumping
You
into
you haven't met him physically yet, but he keeps reappearing everywhere.
No, we've been face to face.
You have.
Well, you have.
Fucking
Through a magical shard.
Yeah, that's true.
quite face to face.
But you get the feeling that your interference has been noted, and he has come back to the scene that he expects you to go to next
What a fuck.
with a warning, saying,
Well,
"Stop
there's
fucking with
something-
my shit."
Joke's on you, buddy.
Oh well.
Because we're gonna keep fucking with your shit.
But yeah,
I
I guess
mean-
I'm basically writing a letter and then presenting it to Niamh when I'm done.
If you want your bodies flayed and your bones used as vessels for our glorious ascension, then go right ahead. Keep fiddling.
Well, since we're gonna hold on to the Ray Shard dagger, is
You
it
should
any
probably
good?
put it in something.
Is it, I was
Yeah.
more thinking, is it any good? Useful?
Is it any
Oh my
good?
god, Graham.
What, for like,
Look,
To
for
fight.
what,
No.
cutting your hair?
I don't,
Oh.
like if it's
Speaking of which,
oh,
everybody
yeah.
roll me perception checks.
Oh,
Grim's hair.
Grim's hair.
What
Oh,
do you know
yeah.
about Grim's hair?
Nope, I don't notice.
I don't know.
Grim, you don't notice. Vondal, you don't notice. The rest of you, Grim's hair's getting quite long, and you swear it's turning blonde.
What?
What?
Still?
He's
Yep.
turning into
More
me?
so than the last time.
Fuck!
Also,
Can I?
Arya, this is weird, but
I mean, yeah,
He-
this is like really weird.
he looks more attractive than he did previously.
What?
Wow.
Subjectively speaking. Subjectively speaking.
I like how out of all people, Arya had to notice. Arya had to notice. this
Not
one.
Kelariis.
God.
Not Senpai.
Not simple.
You would have been fine too.
Like
Wow.
he pushes the hair out of his face for a second, and everything seems to go slow mo, and you're like, what? What? No.
Why am I having an anime moment about Grim right
Like no. That
Arya-
what?
Arya-
What's going on?
I
No.
throws up a little in her mouth.
I can't believe this.
I can't believe this is happening.
Oh my
Does he also
God.
grow taller?
Yeah, I know, right?
Maybe that will happen
Fuck.
eventually.
Oh,
Can I say something about that? Can I mention to Grim how long his hair is?
Go for it, roleplay. Let's go.
Please do it.
We're having a serious talk about, what it is we're gonna do.
Yeah,
with
you
this
you
race
finish this
stuff.
conversation. V, you sort of like you get up. You glance twice at Grim, and then you just sort of like you shake it off. You go and help Niamh with the broom,
Yep, yep.
and then
I'm writing a
Arya, Arya and Kelariis, you catch this moment that V has, and then you look at Grim, and then the two of you look at each other, and you're just like, you have a knowing glance for a second, and then Arya, you look back, and then you see the slow motion thing, and then you're just like, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
What the
Then you
fuck?
throw up a little in your mouth.
And then
In disgust at yourself.
say, Grim, have you noticed your hair is getting quite long, quite alarmingly quickly?
Also, it looks a bit, blonde.
I guess
No.
I have not noticed though. It's like, are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Pretty
you- you-
sure.
Okay, Ferrous, I
Well,
don't know
you
how
still
long
take
is his hair right now because he starts with like he starts with a pretty short ponytail. Like, where
like
are
one
we
man
talking right now?
It's grown like an inch or two overnight, basically.
What the fuck?
That's a lot.
That is a lot of hair.
His
How do
hair
you
is like as
not
long as
notice
Vondal
that?
now, basically.
I guess I wouldn't notice that much if, although so much is being going on, and I don't know if I really would have been paying attention.
Yeah, it's sort of that moment where people are just like, your hair is really long, and then you're just like, oh shit, it is. I need a haircut.
Yeah, I think that's more of my reaction than anything else.
I mean, it's
It's
grown quite a lot in the last 24 hours.
You've been so busy you haven't noticed.
I guess this is the second time you mention it.
Yeah.
Well, I guess like it doesn't make sense. Why would that happen? Like,
Look, man, we've been saying that a lot. Like,
Yeah.
Why would that happen?
oh, I
Why
On
guess
the list, on the scale of my hair is turning blonde and long in like 2 days to my wolf is a demigod.
Yeah,
Oh my
Yeah.
a bit different. Also,
Sorry, just pause for a second. If I've ever heard an anime title in my life, that is it.
I was a demigod.
Oh my god.
Oh, holy shit. Somebody make that a DVD cover right now.
Yeah, God, yeah.
Just pause this video, just go and make that as a DVD cover right now.
Send it to
Yeah.
us all the time. Spam Ferrous with it on Twitter.
My wolf
God.
is a demigod.
Just do it. Anyway,
Ah.
I need to be finishing up about past.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I did.
just I guess increased hair growth isn't that bad.
Like, on your list of problems right now, this is pretty low.
Like I can I'll
just
just
cut your
like
hair.
I'll just like grab the back of my hair and then like cut it off with like a sharp dart.
Yeah, sure, you
Don't
sure.
have a dagger, you idiot!
I don't have a dagger. I have the Wraith Shard dagger.
No!
No,
Touch it with that.
No, you don't. I have the Wraith Shard dagger.
Oh no, I have a scimitar. Well, a scimitar should work.
Yeah, scimitar.
Here.
Use a scimitar.
Here,
Use
just
a fucking
I'll hand
sword.
you a dagger. You can do it.
Oh god.
A sharp dart. I feel like you
Look,
have
have
never
you seen
inspected
War
a dart
Darts?
in your
No,
fucking
I'm sorry.
life.
Well,
Sorry,
no,
war
his
darts are a point. They're not a blade.
No, they're
actually
like-
no, it's not. War darts are more like kunai, where they are
Yeah.
weighted knives. They are not designed for slashing, but you could very easily saw at hair with them.
Yeah, it's like the,
Either way, Arya hands you a dagger, you cut the hair off. As you hold the hair, you notice that it is lighter than you're used to, and you're like, that is really fucking weird.
well, I guess it's something to keep an eye on.
Like you scratch your chin with your other hand, and then you like take your hand away, and there's like a beard hair like on your hand, and that's lighter as well, and you're like, oh okay, this is really weird.
It's Grimm's beard
Doesn't make
longer
any
for that.
sense. Why would my? You know what? I'll just leave it for now.
I mean, loose hair gets
I'm
trapped
like,
in your
what?
beard all the time. Trust me.
Yeah, I know.
I wouldn't know.
I'm just in denial.
Just in denial.
You're just like, I don't have time to deal with this.
But hang on a minute. Egypt is a real place. This is a fictional universe.
Oh my god, I'm gonna punch you across the ocean, Cav.
This is fine.
You've said
Anyway.
that several times already.
Oh,
I regret. I am gonna dread the day that I end up meeting you guys because I feel like
No.
I'm gonna get punched for all these moments.
no.
You would die if we would do that.
It'd be like Akuma just shows up in the form of all of you and
Anyway.
just goes, "Die 1,000 deaths."
Anyway,
Anyway.
an hour passes if you guys have nothing else to talk about, and Niamh is attuned to the broom.
I guess I'm handing her the letter.
She takes the letter from you and
Because she can read Elvish, so she knows the name, I guess.
well, she can read the name, but it doesn't make any sense to her because she has no idea
Well,
who
yeah.
Ilaran Cyanodel is.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Hmm.
But at least she can read the writing, which is good.
Yeah, your handwriting's pretty good.
Yeah, even though I was like leaning on a stump to do it, presumably.
Well, you just put the sheet of paper on your journal because your journal is like a book.
Too.
Yeah. Or you could even use your shield or something.
And the convenient thing is, she now knows all of our names because they're also on there. It's lovely.
She might have trouble pronouncing some of them, but
Oh yeah, almost certainly.
She has a very thick Sylvan accent.
Oh god. But that's like French.
how do you say Kelariis?
Oh
Oh
god!
my god. I need you to never say that again.
Oh, only slightly racist. It's fine.
There we go. I guess she's off.
If you say goodbye to her, she. She has, as she sort of like prepares to like jump on the broom, she sort of like has a long look back at you, V.
We'll see each other again.
She nods. She mounts the broom.
Cries!
I place
You've
my hand
heard a
on.
lot like that.
I
You-
place my
you-
hand on I attempt to place my hand on V's shoulder. I don't know if I can reach.
I don't think so.
I mean, I probably. Oh, wait,
Sort of
no,
like-
sure.
Maybe just.
Shoulder blade, perhaps. Oh, not shoulder blade.
Yeah,
What's the bit at
I've come
the back?
the, sh- the,
small of
the
her
shoulder.
back.
I mean, the
No.
shoulder blade. the
No,
shoulder
no,
blade
just
is
above
the
that.
back
There's like
shoulder.
there's like a shoulder blade.
Yeah,
then.
it's the shoulder blade. It's the shoulder blade.
Isn't it? I put my hand on her shoulder. Ha!
Yeah,
It's
I'll
up
put my
tall.
hand on her other shoulder.
Yeah.
No,
We're all gonna touch me.
it's okay,
Oh my
V.
god, guys.
I just have my hair in my hand.
Grim's just on.
So we're all here like, it's okay, V. You will see her. And Grim's just like, my hair is weird.
Yeah.
My hair is fucked, guys.
Niamh disappears slowly off into the tree line.
Well, that's slow.
She's
It's
moving.
50%.
Yeah, she's moving quite fast, but to disappear off into the tree line from where you're standing, she has to go at least 100 meters. So,
Hmm.
but she also doesn't take off at like maximum speed. She doesn't just go pew. She starts up slowly because she's still getting used to flying this thing.
Yeah,
That's true.
give her time.
Delete room of flying from my inventory.
I
I love you.
Maybe you'll see it again one day.
We'll
always love you.
Damn.
Wow.
Oh,
I mean, that was a much shorter version of that bit of the song.
Cool. With that, yeah, basically you guys are sort of all standing together. You all feel like you've got a goal in mind now, even if you're less than happy aiming for it. But V, you are still filled with the sensation that there's something you have left to do.
Yep. Sure is.
The question is, Cav, if you have to go in just a moment, would you be okay with us acting out one more scene with you not being here?
Yeah, that's fine. I can just watch it back.
Cool.
It's not really that big a deal.
Yeah. Well, just because I'm aware that you won't have any input on it either way,
Yeah. Fair.
because you won't be there.
Yeah. Yeah, I can just watch it back. It's fine.
Cool. Right. Well, do you want to give us your ending, and then you'll be free to go.
Okay. Okay, so yet another thing hammered home of don't underestimate spellcasters. Because I mean, it's not a mistake we could have like avoided because we just weren't expecting it. But in hindsight, yeah, wizards are still capable of pulling off slightly stupid shit. Stay away, away all the time. So that's further reinforcement of the player thing. Again, somewhat of the being prepared for things. Because although obviously we weren't as prepared as we could have been for that fight, the Beads of Force did kind of give us that little bit of prep time. And it felt, even though I contributed nothing to it, it felt kind of good watching that. Vondal, I guess. Vondal's the hard one this time, because he's learning more and more, I guess, that everything is, I guess, different to how it initially appears. Like, I guess he's learning that looks can be immensely deceiving all the time, with absolutely everything. So he's kind of just like, what, you know. So he's realizing that he's reached a point where he is determined not to turn back. He's definitely not deterred by that note. If anything, that makes him want to drive. That's driving him on, because he's like, this is the kind of shit these people do. They can't be allowed to do that to anybody else.
Hmm.
So if anything, it's made him more determined. But he is realizing that everything is very different to appearances.
Yeah. It's sort of terrifying, but you are resolutely resigned to achieving what you set out to do.
He's got a job to do.
Right. Well, with that, you may have 1,020 experience.
Shit, dude.
Whoa.
Whoa.
That's a lot.
Yes, you guys killed many, many things this session.
For once.
oh, that's true.
Anyway, thank you everybody once again.
Yeah, thank you for playing, and yeah, we'll see you next time.
Good night.
Good
Bye.
night. Bye.
Right. And just because I don't want to do a scene for 30 minutes and then immediately be like, right, we're in season 3 now, we'll finish this scene. Because, V, you have something you want to do.
Oh, are we doing that now?
Yes. Just one last scene.
What?
Okay.
Mm.
I mean, I assume we're talking about, like, V actually seeing her mother.
Yes. Or deciding not to, if that's what you decide.
See, I think if Niamh had been healthy, we could have been like, okay, Niamh can go back into the grove, and then Niamh could talk to Jelquen, and it wouldn't be a problem. But it still feels necessary. Especially after the... I don't know, does V remember the fact that it was her mother's voice in her vision?
Yeah, that it was and it wasn't.
It wasn't, yeah. I'm not too sure about... Honestly, it's like 5 a.m., right? It's like 4 or 5 a.m. I don't think we need to dress up as Xanthe. I think if Arya and V just sneak in right now, use the pass without a trace stuff, we can get in quietly. And, yeah. Does that sound like a plan, Arya?
I don't know, you'd have to
Arya's
voice that to
down.
Arya in character.
Yeah.
And whether or not the others hear what you're planning to do. Vondal walks away from the party and begins to write in his journal.
Okay. Arya, I think we should see my mother now, but I think instead of using magic to disguise myself, we might just better off sneaking in. At this hour, I doubt anyone will be awake.
If it's what you think is best, of course I'll be there. Whatever you did in that cave, I'm not even sure if you understand the implications of it.
Not entirely. We should go.
Cool.
Do you say anything to the others?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't mind them knowing.
Yeah.
What do you say to them?
Me and Arya are going to see my mother. We'll be back soon.
I hope you know what you're doing.
If it's
Me
what
too.
you need to do, then good luck. I hope you actually get to see her.
Nods.
Yeah, it takes you a short while to basically walk to the boundaries of the grove. In the meantime, you have some time to think to yourself. Can you give me an Arcana check?
I still have disadvantage.
You still have disadvantage. Cool.
Oh, you're gonna sneak in with disadvantage and everything.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
But would pass without a trace, so it
Yeah.
might be aight. And it's also 5 a.m. and no one's awake.
Well,
I
not
hope
that
so.
you know of.
You sort of pass the charm that you've picked up over in your hand like a couple of times, and you feel that it has some sort of magical enhancement, but unless you were to attune to it, you're not quite sure what it does.
Well, I'm sure I have plenty of time to do that later.
Yes. Well, if you had have succeeded, you would have known what it does, but you did not.
Kinda hard.
Yes. So, you arrive at the edges of the grove. Arya, can you give me a nature check with advantage? And V, you can just give me a nature check with disadvantage.
Well, shit.
Bloody hell. Okay,
How did I rolled better with disadvantage?
you do have +4 to nature checks.
I do, but still.
Yeah. V, you notice that basically, even this early in the morning, you can see signs that somebody is, like, you can tell that fairly recently somebody had, like, there are footprints marking sort of like almost like a regular patrol around the grove. And basically, the morning dew has sort of like already been disturbed in places, so that you expect that there is somebody patrolling the area at least.
Right. Well, let's be careful then.
Yeah. Cool. You gonna cast some spells?
Yeah. Pass without trace.
Swoosh.
Do you have to make stealth checks now?
Yeah, make me stealth checks.
Praise to God, Jesus.
God. God help us.
22 and 16.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah. You also have the advantage of you leave behind no tracks or other traces, so
That's true.
nobody will ever know you were here if you do it. Yeah, you take the lead and you lead towards where you know basically like the center of the grove and sort of like the what you would call communal areas, although that doesn't really make a huge amount of sense out of doors. And as you approach, it is immediately obvious that there is an area that has been set up amongst the trees, where basically somebody has essentially druid crafted two saplings together in a way that they're sort of their branches interlock and form sort of like a almost like a cradle. And basically in that cradle is the form of a dryad. You can't tell who it is, but seeing as dryads don't usually sleep in beds, you assume it's where your mother is being kept. Especially as you recognize that slumped next to one of the saplings is a form that you recognize as Azure, who seems to be asleep.
Alright. Are the tracks going past here? Patrol?
No, you've travelled maybe you've travelled for like maybe like a minute or two away from where you found the tracks. So you are effectively out of sight line of the patrol route,
Okay.
or you would expect.
I guess this is the part where we try to sneak close to my mom and hope Azure doesn't wake the fuck up.
Yep.
Go for it. Make me stealth checks.
Oh.
Wow.
Look at that.
19 and
You did better
24.
than I did.
Okay.
Nothing, lady.
You hear nothing. You see nothing. You
You
know nothing.
you approach, and you sneak effectively soundlessly up to this cradle that is formed out of the two saplings, and you see a form inside that you recognize immediately as your mother. Except she doesn't look how she should look for this season. Her hair is sort of like it's still sort of like almost like her spring hair, where it's just leaves. There's none of the fuzzy burrs that you would expect to see for the beginnings of summer. And there seem to be there are large sections of branch in your mother's hair where the leaves are missing. And she looks frail and weak in her position. And basically, as you sneak up to the side of the cradle, her her eyes flicker open for just a second, and she seems to see you, but she's having trouble focusing on you.
Can I sort of... I guess I sort of go, Mom? Can I... Well, actually, do I notice if she's, like, fully awake?
Roll me a medicine check.
Look at these rolls. I have disadvantage on this shit.
She is... She's basically, like, she's grasping at, like, the edges of consciousness, and you get the feeling that she can't see you properly, but there is like a look of recognition in her eyes when she hears your voice. So she seems to be aware of you, even though she can't quite focus on the fact that you're there. She seems to, like, sort of, like, be on the edges of consciousness.
Mother, I've come back. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, she like, as you say that, she just says, V?
I've come back shortly. I've found friends who are going to help me cure you. We've already taken something out of the grove that is making you sick or sicker. We can't cure you quite yet, but you won't die, I promise.
She reaches one hand up and sort of, like, she tries to reach for your, like, your face, but she doesn't quite have the depth perception to find it.
I sort of grab her hand, I guess.
She grasps the hand that you grab it with. She says, V, I always believed in you. You'd find a way. Always were special. Thank you. Thank you for coming back.
I still have to leave soon. It's not over yet, and Niamh has also... We're sending her to a safer place. I probably know what happened.
She nods weakly.
She's gonna be alright too. We have a long way to go.
She smiles weakly and says, I believe in you. Always believe.
I love you, Mom. And with that, I guess I sort of stand up.
As you stand up, you notice that Azura is watching you.
Can Arya, like, step forward a little bit and just kind of, like, not quite glare at her, but just, like, look intimidating?
Sure.
Like, don't you fucking try anything.
Yeah. You do that, and she just... She looks at you weakly, and she just says, go.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my hand on V's shoulder and be like, the longer we stay, the more danger there is.
I know.
As you turn away, Azure faintly says, good luck, V.
He's not gonna say anything back and just start walking.
Yeah, I'm just gonna follow her.
Yeah. You leave without incident. You met that? Yeah, you make it back to the party. Do you say anything?
Yeah, before we, like, get back all the way, I'm just gonna be like... Oh, man. I'm just gonna be like...
I lets out a big sigh.
Yeah, she's like... I think your mother appreciated that. And I know she knows you're doing all you can to help her. Hopefully, the druids will be able to do something that we couldn't.
I think they will.
Okay, that's all I have to say.
Yeah, but he's not going to say much either. Unless I guess people at the camp ask, but shrugs.
It's up to them.
I mean, Kelariis would probably just say, "Did you get to see her?"
Yes.
Are you okay?
I don't know. But it's gonna be okay.
I'll probably go to give V a slightly awkward hug because Kelariis doesn't really know what to do, but feels that's appropriate. Maybe? Possibly.
There is an awkward muscly dragon hug.
Aww.
It's not the most comfortable thing in the world, but the spirit is there.
Mm.
You don't hug people often. It's not really your thing.
Look.
Vondal looks up from his journal and seems barely to have noticed that you were gone. He's so absorbed in his own emotions.
We should probably also have a journal writing session. Holy shit.
Sort of you rest and refresh, and those of you who were unconscious and didn't eat. So I'll deduct a ration from Vondal, and the rest of you can as well. Yeah, and with that, unless anyone else wants to do any more role-playing, wind down.
No, the only thing I would do is just make eye contact and give a slight nod.
Bro nod.
Quote
Bro
unquote.
nod.
We haven't hit the quota yet.
Hit the quota!
Yay!
You know what? He's gonna bro nod back.
Oh my god.
And with that is the end of season 2.
Wow! We ended with a bro nod.
Credits
Beautiful.
roll. Teaser for next season plays.
Yeah.
Wait, what teaser? Tell me.
Right?
That
In a world
would be
full of
spoilers.
corruption,
Ooh.
a band of unlikely heroes sets off
And a
to find
demigod.
the source. And a demigod that we didn't know was a demigod beforehand. Holy shit!
Accurate though.
No, the teaser is just a pan across an ashen landscape filled with dead trees.
Oh,
Until it
good.
comes to rest on V, standing one hand on staff, one hand on hip. And it's just like then it just fades to black, and it's just a repeat of Tarkin's quote, "I believe in you. I've always believed." And that's the teaser for next season.
Wow.
Yes.
Gets gift on Tumblr like a million times.
Yeah.
One same scene.
That one.
It's like
scene.
the same 10-second scene over and over again.
Yeah.
With somehow different filters.
Yeah, and there's like a million different like edits being made, and people are writing, like,
Luka makes a blog post about it that is just keyboard smash.
people like write 7-page long theories about what the fuck is happening.
In that like
Yeah.
6 or 7 seconds.
Yep. Somehow
Man, it
there's a-
was one fuck of a season finale though. Holy shit.
Yeah.
somehow they managed to tie in a Greek tragedy into it somehow, because of course it always goes back to the Greek tragedies.
Yup.
Nope.
There are no original stories.
Nope. Greeks did them all. Everyone else just follows along. Anyway.
I can't believe I managed to top a village burning down, being attacked by a chimera as the season finale, but I did.
Yeah, shit. I mean, my wolf is a demigod. And not just any demi, not just any child of a god, but like the child of my god. Am I Alora's chosen now?
Right. Before we get too excited,
fair.
No,
let's do character wind downs.
Oh boy.
Should we let's change from this sad music, which fades
Haha,
out as the credit
music
plays.
stopped playing for me again.
And
We're all
we'll go
20
back
plus.
we'll go back to a good classic to wind down with.
Mm.
Yep.
Oh.
So,
Well.
who wants to go first?
Oh boy, who knows?
I feel like it has to be either me or Luka, because we've been
Yeah.
through some shit this session.
Yeah.
Shit, yeah. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first? Doesn't matter.
I'll go first. It doesn't matter. As a person, I learned to do some really dumb shit in the name of roleplay. That
Yep.
one part where I was just like, I could take a rest night right now, but V wouldn't, so YOLO, I guess we're all gonna die. Yeah.
And you
Yeah,
nearly
we
did.
But it wasn't really because of the lack of spell slots, though.
You could have counterspelled some of the spells.
That's true. Could I have
Okay.
counterspelled that firewall?
Yes.
Fuck.
Mm.
Okay, that's pretty bad then. But, you know, nothing like Ferrous having to improvise so we don't all die.
Yep.
Yep.
I got you back, bro.
Oh,
You just don't know what price you paid for it yet.
Yeah, I was gonna
no.
say I'm really worried about the price she had to pay.
I just feel like you lost like half of her lifespan.
Oh god.
Which, you know, isn't that bad because she would live like 400 years.
Fucking hell.
What?
She's
No.
a dryad.
I know.
Sorry, Kelariis. Everyone here lives way longer than you.
I know.
Yeah, so, sorry, Kelariis, who will die at like 80.
Yeah.
If I don't die before then.
look,
Yeah.
we'll
Yeah.
find a cure.
Also, out of character, so I guess, again, saying as Helena, the highlight of the session was absolutely the fuck ton of damage we did.
Yeah.
Imagine if I had
It was
had
like
haste,
All
guys.
Kelariis.
Imagine if I had had haste.
Oh man.
Mm.
Yeah, I dread to think what hasted Kelariis is going to be able to do with buffing from Grim.
Oh,
And Vondal.
And Vondal, yeah.
well, to be fair, my buffs won't become that much stronger.
No, but they'll still be there.
That's
Yeah.
true.
They're already quite strong. Anyway,
Nano boost, damage boost, Discord orb, Dragon Blade.
speed boost. Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
We've
Yeah.
created a monster.
Yeah, and I guess as V, it's been. Woo.
Mm.
I don't know. Yeah, the thing with like the vision was just weird, and she doesn't know what's going on. I'm not gonna talk about that too much, but I think sort of a big part was sort of being told by Niamh, sort of like, you know, you've changed. Like, I don't think it had hit her a lot yet. But like when Niamh said that, like it was sort of like, yeah, I guess you're right. I have changed a lot since I left.
Yeah.
And that's not a bad thing. Perhaps we're all just improving ourselves, even if it's because everyone's dying and we have to. Yeah.
It's almost like you've leveled up.
Da-na-na-na.
I don't know if you could hear that. That was me face falling.
Yeah, we heard you.
Yeah.
I could hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was pretty good. The last part was like so heavy as well. I was just like, Helena, you can do this. You can
Yeah.
be sad about this.
I'm not gonna lie, like, I as a DM, like, role-playing those last few sections was hard. Oh, it was difficult, I tell you that much.
Yeah, shit.
Getting emotionally
whole
invested
thing.
in these characters.
Good.
Is this what it's like having a parent who believes in you? Wait.
Whoa,
Wow.
Too
Whoa.
real. Jesus.
Brutal.
JK.
Ow.
Yeah, it was good. We had some like more silly stuff, which like felt almost like absurd with like Grim in his hair, and we were just like, does this really matter at this point? We've just been through so much shit, but it was kind of good to also have.
Yeah, comedy moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't exactly have Grim riding on Kelariis' shoulders this session, but
No.
No,
Could've done
his
it, but-
hair's got longer and lighter, and somehow he seems slightly more attractive.
he's
Yeah.
somehow slightly more handsome.
I just can't believe you made me have an anime moment. God.
Yeah, that was.
Well,
pretty-
you rolled best, so
It's
it would have been weirder if Vondal had rolled well.
I was like, whoa.
Look, there's nothing weird about it.
I didn't
Grim's a
know.
handsome guy.
Oh,
Wow.
dude.
I mean, to be fair, like he is objectively handsome. None of you are particularly attracted to him. It's just
Why
like,
does
damn,
it always-
he looks more handsome all of a sudden.
I just want to know why it keeps fucking happening to Grim. Like,
That fucking horn, dude. I don't know what it did.
I have an
it's
idea.
definitely the horn, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, is it gonna keep going? Will it ever stop? That's my question.
I know,
It
right?
just keeps growing and growing forever.
And he just keeps getting more and more handsome. The fuck?
Suddenly he just turns into like a fucking high elf.
First
Damn.
modifier changes to 30.
What we don't know is he's actually turning into a vampire
Oh god.
because they get a charisma boost. So,
No, I don't get a charisma boost. So
damn.
If you were turning into a vampire, wouldn't your hair turn black?
I think it
depends.
depends.
It's like
I suppose.
Depends on your
Yeah,
Also,
yeah.
that's a von Karstein trait. So
I guess like if he knows about how it feels to have ever changing hair, but she didn't really expect it from Grim.
I didn't know
Well,
other
yeah, I mean-
people could change their hair.
God. The world is full of surprises.
yeah.
Maybe it's Grim's
I
seasonal
wonder-
hair.
Maybe it's Maybelline. Anyway, what?
Dang.
I'm not quite sure what what Grim really. Because I feel like he's kind of uncertain about it. 'Cause
Well,
there's so
About
much.
the hair.
V,
Yeah.
do you want to take your 1020 experience, and Grim, you can
Yeah.
go next.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Was a good sesh.
Yeah. Well, Grim. I think it's kind of it's been a tough a long ride this session since all the dying and all that stuff.
All the dying.
All the time.
dying.
Almost dying.
Still being the last man standing.
I can't
Nope.
believe this happened like again.
I can't
Yeah.
believe that if I would have stood there and taken another rock to the face, that I would have.
Those
Yeah, that's a
fucking
good
rocks.
Killed by poltergeists, rip.
Oh,
Oh, but yeah. I feel like there's been a lot of very intense moments, or there's like so many story intense moments. For Grim, I feel like he's getting more. I think he might even be getting more cautious of V, just because like all this power he's experiencing, he has no idea where it's coming from, and neither does V.
He's like, that's some weird shit, bro.
Like, as much as great as it is also very important to know where your strengths come from.
Yeah. You did literally watch an orb of light fly out of V's body and resurrect Arya instantaneously.
hello.
Yeah.
He's
And
just no. Grim is just like, I did not sign up for this life.
Yeah.
Look, of all things that could happen, it's great because like I wouldn't have been able to do it on my own, but still. Yeah, and besides that, well, I think like the fact that he has watched the party go down like again, it's might be getting a bit intense since it's like the second time, except for this time he also got hurt like quite badly. And this time we didn't have a health potion to fix people up.
Yeah.
We need to get those back, man.
We need to get just something that like guarantees.
I had a
stabilize-
potion of heroism, but like I don't know if that would count.
I don't know if temporary. hit
No,
points
temporary hit points don't count towards healing, no.
Yeah.
But if you'd have
That
drunk it
makes sense.
beforehand, you might not have gone down.
No, because it gives 10 hit points, and I was minus 12 Ferrous.
If Kelariis had drunk it.
Oh, if you would have had a short rest, we
Not
would have
that
been
kind of
fine.
foresight.
That is true.
I mean, you saw a flaming skull and you walked into the room instead of going, hey, let's maybe buff up before we go in.
Not my fault. Arya and Kelariis were the ones who saw it.
Well, I guess it was partially Grim's fault for absolutely failing. Every sneak attempt was a natural one.
Yeah. That doesn't
Yeah.
help.
Unfortunate.
I can barely remember a time where that hasn't happened, actually.
Session 0.
No, I'm pretty sure I failed all my stealth checks. Those the climbing checks that I succeeded, but I did not roll a 1. That is true.
Yeah, you didn't crit fail in Session 0.
Just regular fail.
Yes, just regular fail.
Yeah, but it's like I think the Grim has a lot of stuff he's kind of uncertain about now since like the whole like Arya and the demigod thing. It's kind of unexpected, and like just all these gods are so narrow, like so close to this party somehow. That's just absurd.
Hmm.
It's
And he's
almost
just
like,
like-
we're chosen.
And he's just there as like,
normal
godless,
guy.
This dude.
godless. It's like, hey, how's everybody doing with their gods over there? But yeah,
Maybe you just haven't found your calling yet.
yeah.
Maybe there's something about you that even you don't know.
Oh shit.
Perhaps. I feel. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing as a player, because it leaves him open for other options. And he isn't bound to like the beliefs of a god
No.
or deity or anything. Which is kind of nice. And otherwise, as a player, despite the fact that I kind of felt like we should have taken a rest, like basically all of us knew, I feel like we still did the right thing by not doing it anyway, as risky as it was.
Yeah,
Like-
despite the fact that you neglected to rest, you played the fight well.
It wasn't necessarily how we played the fights, it was just more the fact that we neglected to rest. I feel like it's like, because it's so easy to fall into the mindset of like, oh, this is obviously the best thing to do, but would we, like...
Oh, you mean from a roleplay perspective?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I understand, yeah.
Because it's kind of obvious that like taking a short rest would be a great idea, but like if the characters don't communicate that with each other, it's like the one, or like the people that actually had like a reason to want a short rest really didn't want to admit to it. So
Yeah.
well, that's basically all you can go off.
Yeah, if you were hardcore power gaming it, you'd short rest after every fight. But you roleplayed as you were under a time pressure. And despite the fact that V felt like she needed a rest, she said, no, we're not going to take a rest. And it played out as it did.
Even then,
Oh,
I
it would've-
had to take in a long rest to get all of my...
Yeah,
To get your
but
spell
I-
slots back, yeah.
I actually think it would have benefited like Kelariis and Vondal the most.
Yeah.
But that is hindsight.
We need
Yeah.
those heals back, yo.
And we still need to figure out a better way to deal with mages. This time we surrounded them, still get screwed over.
We're just like, we're not gonna get caught in a cone, guys. Boom.
LOL.
Just kidding, there's fireball.
Rob, why you gotta be like
Yeah.
this?
It was good.
I mean, I can guide you, but I can only guide you so much before it becomes I might as well just play the game myself. So I merely choose to give you prompters, and if you ignore the prompters, I'm just like, well, that's your problem.
What prompters did we ignore? What the fuck could we have
I
done
told you
differently?
he was a mage and a powerful combatant.
Well, so we didn't bunch up. Well,
Except for
apparently
the
we
end,
bunched up
where
now.
you bunched up.
Well,
Not really though. We thought we were out of range for whatever the fuck you would do.
I feel like we calculated like every time the AoE grows slightly bigger, and we were like every time on the edge of the AoE.
Yeah, every time we're just like, fuck, still got it in it though. Damn.
We just need to like take 2 steps back instead of 1.
Mm.
But yeah,
If you
that's
think you're out of range, take another like 5 steps back.
I mean, remember that V and Arya can both shoot from 120 feet away. You don't need to be that close.
yeah.
Yeah, but it
Like,
also
what
feels a
if you
little
have
bit
to run
weird
in?
though.
It's like the thing is, if you're kind of near, if someone goes down or like whatever happens, you're there. You can assist. If you're 120 feet away, it's like at least 2 turns before you can do anything. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you'll also be alive to, do something.
Yeah.
That is
You
true.
could effectively be 60 feet away, because I'll tell you now, there's not a lot of spells that have a 60-foot range.
Yeah.
Well, Cone of Cold does, but...
Fuck cold.
Fuck that spell in particular.
I just imagine next thing you're gonna throw at us is like it's just a sorcerer that just enhances the AoE.
Oh my god.
But yeah.
I mean, just be thankful that V isn't playing a wild magic sorcerer, because one of the wild magic fails is literally that you cast Fireball on yourself.
if you get that like
Ooh.
before any decent level, you'll just die basically. Oh well.
Yeah.
But I think that's pretty much it. Still very curious as to what exactly is going on, because I kind of know it's the flute that has done it, but I'm like, can I relate the
Yeah.
flute to this thing? Because I really want to like do like a history check, because I like to see if I know something about this artifact.
Hmm.
But
But your
until I
character has
figure-
no reason to suspect, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying, but it's like, but also kind of nice that you don't have like an easy out, because now I'll just keep on using it.
I mean, it's not like it can get worse, right?
No, what could
Well,
possibly go wrong?
God.
He'll become irresistibly handsome.
Look, I'll just wield the shard dagger as well, and that'll be perfect.
I will
Perfectly fine.
punch you in the balls, no matter how handsome you are, if you try to take that fucking dagger from me.
And perhaps Kelariis can borrow her sword as well, then I'll be fully cursed.
I don't think you want my sword, and I don't think I'll be letting you have it, so...
I know. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
You have trouble letting go of it when you go to sleep.
Yeah, look.
Yeah.
Look, Vondal can help out. He can temporarily break the curse, and then you can drop the item, and then I can pick it up and I'll be cursed.
It
But
sounds
I
like a
don't really
brilliant
want it, to be
idea.
honest. I don't want the item.
Yeah.
Only if we're going full curse mode, but that seems stupid. Yeah.
You debuff Grim so hard he gets a stack overflow and just becomes brokenly overpowered.
Oh, yeah. The thing where we don't have -1, so we'll just put you on 999 instead.
Yeah. The reason why
Yeah.
Yandy is so aggressive in Civ. Anyway, you can have 1,020 experience.
Nice.
Who's next?
Me or you, Jayla?
You can go, Luka. You had more shit happening today.
Okay. Yeah, God. It was quite a session. And for about an hour, I was just like fumbling around, trying to figure out what the fuck had just happened. So as a player, I've learned that Rob is an asshole. And
Wow.
No. He just like, I don't even know. I can't tell if like all the shit that happened in like that second where we all died was like stuff he'd already pre-planned, and then he was just like, well, I guess it's all happening now. Hit the panic button. Like so it was like role play. I don't know. Whatever happened there, I was like blown the fuck away because I was like, oh shit, so much plot all at once.
Yeah, it was kind of plot overload. Some things were improvised, some things were based on triggers.
Yeah. Like, I had assumed that the Lyra thing was triggered because she died, and you had planned that for a while. The stuff with V, I was less sure about. So, also, AoE spells continue to suck,
Yep.
and I hate them. This is like the second time our party's been taken out by one. So we really need to stock up on, like, healing potions the next time we're in a place where those are available, because holy shit. Because if everyone gets knocked out again and Grim's the only one up, well, or me, for that matter. Because neither of us have healing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in terms of Arya, good god, she's had a session. She's had a session and a half. I mean, she's not really sure how to deal with the Lyra thing right now, because she's like, on one hand, I mean, she realizes that their bond is still the same. And that at the end of the day, like, it's probably not going to change, but now she's like aware of what Lyra is, and she's not sure if she can still call her Lyra. If we should change her name to San.
Maybe that's something you should have asked.
I really should have, but I was focused on other things. Yeah, God, I mean, it's not every day that your wolf companion turns out to be a demigod in disguise. And she kind of wonders, like, I don't know, she's wondering about, like, how their bond came to be and, like, the bigger implications of that in terms of their party and the mission they're on. Because now that she realizes that probably Melora is a little bit more aware of what's happening with their party, she's kind of like, I don't know. She's kind of wondering what all that means. Yeah, and she's really concerned about what V gave up to save her. Because clearly V doesn't know either, and she's worried that V might regret that choice. So, it's kind of weighing on her mind right now. Because, like, I think, I don't know, Arya's not one to really want people to risk things for her like that. And she's like, well, maybe it wouldn't have mattered. Like, maybe she still could have been saved. So, moral dilemmas. Yeah. And then, yeah, but she definitely feels a lot closer to V now. Because of that. And I think she's very much starting to view V in a more mature light through this arc, because she's realizing that the Sunshine Child is no longer just the Sunshine Child, and shit, there's a lot of things happening that are bad. Especially like watching the interaction with her mom was pretty hard to watch. It was pretty emotional. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a long session.
It has.
Ugh.
You may have 1,020 experience points.
Yeah.
Last but not least.
Okay. Well, let's see. So it's Jayla, the session. I don't think I really have... I mean, besides the outcome of most of us almost dying, I don't think I have any regrets for the course of action that we took At the very least, I think that I did Kelariis in character in terms of what she did, but I was terrified that I was really scared that somebody was gonna die today, actually.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yup.
Same.
And that was a moment of real terror that I hadn't really felt before in terms of like this campaign, because at least last time I knew that I had the potion on me, so somebody would be able to be brought back to heal. But this time I was like, shit, we have nothing, which was kind of terrifying to think about. But I don't know. I guess spread out even more is what I'm taking away from this, because fuck AoE attacks from magic people, honestly. So that's always what seems to fuck us over.
I have just realised something, by the way, something that you guys forgot. One of you
What
is
did we
wearing the
forget?
Ring of Minor Resistance, which gives you
Yeah.
which gives you a D4 to your saving throw.
Rip.
Oh, that's me.
Are you the one that has it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Oh, now I feel even more guilt.
that's fine. It turned out okay.
So yeah,
Aya
you
Aya is
took, like,
carrying
half of-
all the bling.
I really am. I need to pass some bling around.
Well, V's got some bling now. Staff bling.
Wait, do I?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
staff bling. I wonder what
But
that'll
I
do.
lost my broom bling.
We may get it back one day. You never know.
I loved my broom.
I mean,
I feel like they'll just stash it together with the chainmail rings.
oh yeah, that's still there.
At the same time, I kind of need to keep it. But sorry, Jayla, go on.
No, you're fine. It's fine. But I mean, like, as Kelariis, she's just seen all of this crazy shit go down around her. Also, she's almost died for like the 4th time in her relatively short life. So, you know, that's nice. You know, fun stuff there.
You're becoming accustomed to the near-death experience.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good thing though. It's kind of a, you know, a bit traumatizing, but whatever. It's fine. Keep going. Keep doing the things. But yeah, the whole situation and like the note and the Wraithglass dagger, like, I don't know, that's pretty off-putting in its own way. Because I don't know, it's not just like a shard that was there, it's like a thing that was crafted into a weapon.
It was crafted with evil intent.
Yeah, and stabbed into a tree under the grove, which, you know, has bad implications in and of itself, but whatevs, you know? Great things.
Not just left lying around poisoning things, it was
No.
there to make to send a message.
Yeah. But yeah, and I think I don't know, she's worried, apprehensive, I guess, about the places they'll be going to next, but at the same time ready, in the sense of like it's time to tackle other things, even though we haven't like 100% wrapped up everything here in V's Grove. So yeah.
We knew that we wouldn't, though.
Yeah. It was kind of
it was more like a hot fix.
Yeah, temporary fix for the moment, hopefully. Quick patch, but yeah. Highlight was definitely dealing a shit ton of damage.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, the 60 something damage overkill was yeah. It's pretty good.
That's good shit. But yeah.
Just goes to show what you guys can do when you combine everything you have.
That's true.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. Have 1,020 experience. And with that, yeah, I'd like to thank everyone who's watched Season 2.
Woo.
I hope this has been
Right.
as wild a ride for you as it has for playing and GMing.
God.
Yeah, and once again, I'd like to thank everyone who's done fan art, offered suggestions, written in, everything. It's all really appreciated as a dungeon master to get this feedback from people who aren't like in the campaign, to see that I am doing the right thing, that people are finding the storytelling entertaining. Like that whole thing is it both positive and negative. It helps me improve aspects of my GMing above just generally us pissing about and having fun. So thank you everyone for contributing. Thank you for watching. And yeah, we will see you in season 3. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.